There is a pessimistic belief that individuals are essentially self-centered and selfish. That all they care about is themselves, and that they would never assist anyone with anything unless compelled to. Of course, there are occasions when people are self-centered and selfish. However, if you look across the world, you'll see that incredible giving occurs frequently. Simply put, we don't always factor that into our perception of how others are. There is a lot of giving going on in the world. But wouldn't it be better if we spent money on ourselves? It's remarkable that we still believe that the next item we purchase for ourselves will make us truly happy. We want to demonstrate that some of the things we now spend money on don't really benefit us, and that we should consider spending money on other things in order to try to increase our happiness in that area of our lives. Could altering our spending patterns and increasing our charitable contributions actually make us happier? You are reading Your Brain on Money, a book titled Happy Money: The Science of Happier Spending was co-authored by Michael Norton. Most individuals are not astounded when we tell them, "Hey, did you know that giving to other people can make you happy?" They comprehend the idea and have had joyful experiences. But we don't think about giving instead of receiving things for oneself very frequently. Therefore, we must make it a habit to motivate ourselves to donate more frequently than we actually do. One of the main factors that determines whether giving will result in greater happiness is the sense of having made a difference in the world. We all know that being generous may be gratifying. But what actually happens when we donate our time or money to others? Jenny Santiago is the author of The Giving Way to Happiness and has worked in philanthropy for many years. We get joy when we assist someone. Nature is basically rewarding us in this way, similar to the sensation we have when we run and we feel wonderful and pleased. The same holds true for helping others. Science has demonstrated that when we exercise, our brain releases feel-good hormones. Can the same be said for merely giving? Experiments in order to assess our neuroactivity when we give. Jorge Moll and Jordan Grafman, two neuroscientists at the National Institutes of Health, created an experiment in 2006. The investigations conducted by Grafman and Moll in the 2000s offer the first concrete proof that the joy of giving has a biological basis. Subjects received a sum of money that they may keep. Then a computer presented them with a list of causes they could donate to or keep the money for themselves. fMRI was used to track the participants' brain activity as they made decisions. It turns out that when people contribute, two reward centers in their brains light up. And these are the brain's pleasure centers. These regions of the brain, known as the midbrain VTA and the subgenual area, are the same ones that light up when there is food present or when we think of loving partners. These studies imply that we now have concrete proof of the biological underpinnings of the joy of giving. Where can we donate if generosity is more rewarding than sacrifice? And how can we all enjoy the joy of giving? One common query is, where should I donate to a charity? Should I contribute to a close friend, a member of my family, or a stranger in need on the street? The gist of it is that they're all excellent. Therefore, whatever kind of giving you do will be preferable to spending money on yourself. How does time fit in? Should we spend time with others? According to study, volunteering our time actually makes us happier. The problem is that doing it is really difficult. People tend to stop volunteering if we simply tell them to do so since they have lives and are busy. My suspicion is that investing time will have a greater positive effect on you. The problem is that the barrier is higher. In order to show generosity with at least one of your resources, if you are unable to donate time, at least consider donating money. What should I do right now to determine whether I'm giving the appropriate amount? And how can I audit myself to see if I'm contributing more? It turns out that doing it is very simple. Therefore, it is quite easy to declare that everything on your credit card account was made by you. These were me and another person. These were really just acts of generosity. And we observe that individuals who consistently audit themselves adjust their expenditure to reflect their objectives. Once we've incorporated giving into our daily lives, how can we make sure that our happiness has a long-lasting effect? It won't have as much an influence on my life if I give money to a charity without even realizing it as it will. If I consider who I'm giving to, why I'm giving to them, and the impact I'm making. Another form of audit is to consider whether or not the causes I support are those that truly deeply important to me. We want people to link their donating with their basic principles closely, rather than just randomly. Sometimes it's difficult to realize how our actions actually affected anything. Giving provides us the impression that our actions are making a difference, which is one of its effects. If you liked this video, please subscribe to this channel to get more about such facts.